You see all those individual little forks? Those forks hold your relays and fuses. Alright, the video is going to be about how to open up one of these fuse boxes for a C6 Corvette. Over time, each individual hole in the fuse box has these little pins that grip the pin of the terminal of a fuse, and over time they get loose and then they start failing, you start having electrical gremlins. These boxes aren't that great, but in order to replace them, they're about $500 if you can get one, because GM only has to support parts for 10 years. Last year they had to make parts was 2023, so now it's getting harder and harder to find parts. So either you buy a C7 or a C8, or you have to repair some of these eventually. So problem with opening this up to adjust all the terminals is you have these little specialized holes for each one, and what they have is this little flat spot that's flared out, and it doesn't allow it to go in and let you separate these two halves. There's two halves here. So this is me trial and error. I saw somebody else had already done it, but didn't explain how they did it. So I'm trying to drill it out with a bigger drill bit, but leaving the base intact because it needs something to press against in order to lock it together. You don't want the gaps to be wrong. So I'm trying to avoid damaging the inner part of the hole. This is what they normally look like. You can't really get that out without like forcing it through, and it's going to tear things up on the way out. So you can see I've already tried to remove a couple of them. The base is still intact, but normally this would touch the other side, so it's still going to be missing some of that, unfortunately. It's flared out on purpose, so once they're in, they can't come out. I'll give that a shot so we can actually start repairing these. Now, there's only so many times you can squeeze these guys, so eventually they're going to fail no matter what. But for now, we can get them to last a little bit longer if we squeeze these terminals, and I'll show you what I mean in a bit. Just enough to take the metal off. So the idea is just to remove that flare just enough so we can force this out. So I tried smaller bits and then working my way up, and it just happened, so it's better just to go with the larger one right off the bat. I still maintain the plastic, so it has something to press against on the other side. The metal rigidity is not going to be there because I had to carve it out. So normally with these flares, it's going to be like a cup, right? And on the other side of the cup, and they press together and have a little bit of a spring action. So that's gone on one side, and now you're going to just get the plastic. That's going to be more like this, and might do it a little bit, but not nearly as much as a metal to metal. So I don't know if that's going to be an issue or not. That flare is gone now. Smaller. So that removes this. I've tried to remove these before and they would not come out. Oh, there he goes. Alright, so these here, you see all those individual little forks? Those forks hold your relays and fuses. They get loose over time. These little guys need to get pinched together to get a little tighter. If you're not careful, you can bend them. So this is me trying to see if I can revive this old fuse box. We'll see how it goes. More to follow. Alright, so these are the bolts that are inside. They're kind of unique, so probably don't lose these. They kind of look important. If you guys know where to get these, please let me know in the comments. Now, the real start of the show are these guys. These guys look sacrificial, like they're meant to be replaced. A lot of them already look like over torqued a little bit, so you won't know unless you actually take them out like I just did. Trying to drill them out, else twisted them potentially. But either way, do you guys know where I can get these? Please post it in the comments. I wonder if I can repair like new with a set of these. So yeah, if you guys happen to know, cool. Otherwise, I might try to see if I can run them again, but they're not looking too hot.